I have to wear it for a year. I'm not quite used to it yet. I've had it in 2 days. I got it put in on Tuesday, so yeah, 2 days. It still feels quite weird. But the vanity of the human. I want nice tea. Okay, right. Ustream is on, recording, live, microphone set up. Let me just check Skype. Online. Okay, it's too bright. It feels weird smiling as well. Like hi, Javi. Javi. I've said hi, Lee. So welcome to Ustream. Non-Duality. Oh, what's it all about? I haven't come with a script. I have no preparation. I have no, well, I have a topic, non-duality, but I have no material for it. What's really funny is people like write stuff and say, "Oh, you're teaching something," and this isn't a teaching. It really isn't a teaching. I've got nothing to teach. It's really funny how it's perceived. Jerry, hello, fellow brace wearer. Yes, I've joined the club. So, what is being spoken about? I used to like listen to speakers or teachers, whatever, spiritual teachers, and think that first of all there was someone there. There was someone in the body, in that body, and that someone had reached a point of knowing something, or had reached a point of getting something. They were somehow further ahead than what I was, and they had something that they could give me or teach me to help me get to where they were. Um, I think the persons feel so vulnerable and so lost. Like, where am I? What is this? And it wants somebody else who seems to know, somebody who's, yeah, seems to know what this is, to lead them somewhere, someone they can follow and believe in. And I don't really know what other speakers are speaking about. I know the language is very similar to other speakers. The language that is used here is very similar to other speakers, but I have no idea really if what I'm saying or what they're saying is the same thing, the same pointing, the same discovery, the same pointing to this. So I have no idea if it's the same thing. So this isn't speaking for anyone else, it's just speaking happening. And what's being spoken about here, I don't know, it just is, oh God, is freedom, is what's happening, just what's happening. Really simple, actually. It's really, really simple. The only thing there is, and therefore the only freedom, is what's happening. That's the only thing there actually is what's happening. And what was happening, what was happening in this body, this experience, there was someone living, somebody alive, somebody who was someone, somebody who existed, who was on a journey in time, who'd come from a past, had a history, a past, and was hopefully going somewhere better, trying to get to heaven, trying to get somewhere where it could feel better. And that someone never got somewhere better. It never it never arrived at the end of the rainbow. It never got there. It never got to heaven. It never got to meet God. It never got to get the golden prize. It just went round and round in circles, understanding, not understanding, understanding it better, getting closer, getting nearer, but it never got anywhere. What happened? What happened? Like, what happened was life. What was actually happening became not stronger, but what was happening became. I can't find a word for that. What was happening became self-evident. I don't know, like that movement of someone wasn't the primary experience anymore. What was happening became more the reality. The thoughts became more the reality, not the meaning of the thoughts, but the actual thoughts appearing became the reality. Appearing out of nothing, just appearing, thoughts appearing. The actual hand moving became more the reality, more of the reality. The the crying or the laughing or the the phone ringing or the legs moving or the eating or the whatever became more of the what was happening became more. Oh, I don't know. Just that person telling the story and that feeling became, let's say, less strong. I don't know. So what's being pointed to is what's happening. So this wasn't about the person understanding it and getting it and working it out. That was the movement. Like the emptiness or the nothingness became that the energy moved out of that movement. It moved out of it. That feeling of, or that person was no longer the observer or the subject of life. That character or that person was an appearance, a movement, an object. So that character can still appears, but it's no longer, there's no longer somebody in it. It's appearing, like every other appearance. It's appearing for and to no one. It's appearing. So this isn't about me knowing something and imparting that knowledge from this brain to another brain or something. This isn't about learning anything or understanding anything. I don't know anything. It's quite obvious I don't know anything. This is about the isness. What is? What is? And what isn't? What isn't? Okay. If there are any questions, then you can call me on Skype. Let's just see who's already messaged. Oh, just... Hi, Maria. Hi, Deepa. Yeah, yeah. It's beyond. It's beyond. Like I really thought it was about. Well, the person could only think. It only knows objects. It only knows thoughts and knowing, and everything's about knowing in the personal world. It's knowing and ideas and da, da, da. And it's so the person can only know like knowing. So it tries to know this, tries to understand and know it, and it really isn't. It really isn't in that conceptual knowing world. But it just happens. I think it's the brain. The brain's you know, it learns things and it understands it through learning it, and but this isn't in that. This isn't in that. God, this isn't in that. It's so beautiful, so beautiful. It's impossible for the person who lives in that world. It's impossible. But it's beyond the language. It's beyond the words. It's impossible to speak about this. It's impossible to put it into language. It's impossible. It's beyond language. It is. It is. It is. It is. Isness. It is. It is. Language is a form, and this is form, but it isn't. It isn't. It's it isn't being isness. So it isn't. So a form, an appearance, is nothing being an appearance. But that nothingness can't be known through the form. It can't be known. It can't be known. Knowing is another form. You can't get to it. You can't get it and grab it. It's impossible. It's impossible. Oh, beautiful. It is. It just is. just falling asleep then. Then I heard a bit of hi, my questions have all dissolved. So oh, no more questions, Lee. All dissolved. Mhm. Are you going to ring in? Oh, no. I feel quite sleepy. Hi.
Hi, Rebecca. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah. But I can't see you.
Oh, hold on. Let me. Hey. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I know this.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Hi.
My fellow boys companion. I had a question. I'm undergoing surrender lately.
You are?
I'm undergoing surrender.
On the go? What do you mean on the go?
I'm going through a phase of surrender.
Oh, okay. Right.
Of letting go.
Right.
I said a month ago. A month ago, I said to myself, I am not going to go back to chat and talk about non-duality. And yesterday, I saw through the thought. I saw through the thought that I have to surrender myself was only a thought. So my question for you is, can you speak a little bit about the ultimate state of letting go?
Letting go.
I mean, if there is no interest in the I story, then how do you live? If you do, if even you don't live a life, then what is the ultimate state of being? Being with what is?
No, I'm not talking about somebody being with what is or somebody letting go and surrendering. I'm talking about the end of there being someone. The end of that someone who thinks it's surrendering or someone who thinks it's aware of what's happening. It's the end of that entity, that parent separate entity who thinks it has this free will and choice to observe or surrender or not do this, not do that. It's the end of that apparent feeling of being someone.
How do I come to that end?
Well, the thing is nobody exists. There isn't anyone who exists. There isn't someone speaking, making that statement. How do I die? How do I? There's nobody in there doing that. It's just happening. So it isn't really a truth. There's nobody in there to instruct, to say, okay, this is how you do it. Because there's nobody in there. It's just speaking happening.
Yeah, I try to understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't understand, yeah.
I try to see that I'm nobody.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see that there is no surrender needed. I can just live my life and just hang out and watch movies and just to forget about non-duality.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard for the person. It's hard. Yeah, because it's so used to being able to live with the idea of I'm doing something, I'm getting somewhere, I exist.
Yeah, I'm going to get enlightened. That's the
Yeah.
worst thing of it. That's the worst thing ever. I don't.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop the surrenderer. I'm going to drop the letting go. I'm going to drop the dropper. I'm going to drop the one that drops.
Yeah.
I'm going to one.
All of it. But the root of I exist in the first place. That's the root suffering. I exist. I am someone. But it appears. It appears in the human. That's that feeling of being something separate. And it isn't wrong, or it's just what happens. It seems to happen, but it's just not true. It's just
So
not.
I'm not stuck then.
Well, there isn't anyone to be stuck.
Why don't I see what's happening by itself then?
Why don't you see?
Why don't I see the?
Because you don't exist. That's why you don't see it.
I already believe in my own question. I already believe in my own question. By asking you a question, I already believe in my own question. So I'm already caught up as someone. If I ask you a question, I'm caught up. If I get an answer, I'm caught up.
Yeah,
if I meditate, I'm caught up. If I let go, I'm caught up. If I surrender, I'm caught up.
The person's
if I
caught up.
To surrender,
but that person who feels they're caught up, it's just not true. It's just an appearance appearing, saying I'm in here, I'm caught up.
Yeah, it feels like I'm caught up. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I want enlightenment so much, but I can't get it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to surrender since a month. Since 1 month, I'm surrendering. I'm letting go. And I'm trying to see that there is nothing to surrender, that I can just do nothing. I forget about it. It's not going to happen. I think I have to surrender in myself a little bit more. Or let go a little bit more. And just see that everything is happening by itself, including the seeker and the letting go.
Yeah, but it can't be seen. It can't be seen. Whoever could see it would be somebody in it, a person, a separate one seeing it. This can't be seen.
It can't be seen.
It can't be seen. It can't be known and seen. But it just is. It is. It is already. It is. It is. It's everything.
Everything.
And it's nothing. It's none of the appearances, and it's all of the appearances.
I'm also getting, like, lately, in the beginning I got very restless of not finding it, truth. I can feel it in myself now, like I'm looking at the wall, trying to see that it's happening by itself. The rain outside in Holland, it's happening by itself. It's happening by itself. I don't know what to do with that. I think I have to investigate, because I'm not seeing what you're seeing. I'm not seeing it happening by itself, what you're seeing. So I have to investigate.
But that's an imagination. You're imagining that somebody in here, in this body, sees something. That's an imagination. But it's very convincing when that feeling of being someone's there. It's very convincing. I'm real. Somebody, Rebecca's real out there. Somebody in Rebecca's body. There's somebody who exists because I exist. Very, very convincing. Very real. But it's an appearance. It's an appearance coming out of nothing.
I don't know what to do.
This is freedom. This is freedom. This is nothing appearing as everything. This is freedom. This is all there is. This. What's happening?
This is freedom. Sounds like a jail to me.
It's a joke.
No, it's a jail. It's a jail.
Oh, what?
A jail.
A
Like a
jail.
prison.
Oh, a jail. Oh,
There is too much identification here, so I don't know what to do. It will drop by itself, I hope, eventually. So I'm just waiting a little bit. I'm in a state of letting go. I'm just waiting a little bit.
Yeah.
See if it dissolves by itself, like in a way.
It will. It will dissolve by itself. It already is dissolving by itself. Yeah. It's not even happening, but yeah.
It's starting to happen that I'm seeing through the seeker. I'm seeing through the letting go, the guy that lets go. It's all imagined. It's all a dream. But forget about it.
Yeah. The one who thinks it's seeing through it all. That one is the one that will die. That one is the one that's gonna die. It's never gonna know its own death. It's never gonna be there to know. Oh, there's nobody here. It's never gonna be there to know anything. There will just be life happening. You won't ever know liberation. You won't ever know this.
I will never know liberation.
You will never know. The person never knows liberation.
I think I can. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I think I can make it by surrendering. By surrendering myself to life.
Yeah.
I still hope for it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of myself lately a little bit. But I'll forget about it. Perhaps somebody else wants to ask a question.
Okay. If you finished speaking.
Yeah, I'm feeling because if I continue on and on, I will become more a seeker. I will become more and more of a seeker. So I will just stop.
Yeah. There's no one. There's no one here. There's no one here.
There's no one here too. There's no one here.
There's no one anywhere. There's no one. There's no one.
I don't see it. I forget about it. I might surrender a little bit more. So it was nice seeing you, Rebecca. Have good luck with your braces.
Oh, thank you. I've got a year.
If you need help with Spanish lessons, just send me a message.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye. What's that? There's that thing about the ocean and the fish are, no, what's it, like the fish is trying to find water in the ocean and it can't find water, and all there is oceans, water everywhere, but it's trying to find water and it can't find it. Does that fit? Does that analogy actually fit? I'm not sure if it fits. Does it fit? I don't think it fits actually. There's always holes in analogies like that. They never quite fit. Anybody else want to call in? Anybody else? Anybody else? Oops. Oh, you can call in now, Jem.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. You look nice.
Oh, yeah.
Lying down.
Yeah.
You look really relaxed.
Yeah. I spend a lot of time laying down when I can. Yeah. No. Yeah. I was going to say I'm in a bit of a down now at the moment, but and I just had a little laugh with you, but it's not all that bad really. But yeah, just I thought, should I call? Because I just don't think I can act happy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sad or anything. It's just
Yeah,
I was listening to the other caller, although for some reason I was having a problem loading. I kept hearing you say the same thing over and over, so I thought, oh, sod it, I'll just call. Yeah. As he was talking about, what he was saying was this exactly what I've been going through. You go through a period of feeling like connected, and then suddenly all this stuff comes, and you just think, oh, forget this. This is just hell. I can't do this anymore. This seeking, it's all right, it's follow.
yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
And sometimes I want to speak to you, like when I'm right in the middle of that, but it's not always possible. That kind of feeling has subsided, and I've been feeling really angry and I've been shouting at my little girl, and you know, I don't like what's been coming out of my mouth. I don't know where it started, but like on Saturday, I woke up at 3 o'clock, which I often do these days, and my heart was racing like crazy, and I felt like I couldn't breathe very well. When the sort of impact of that hit me, I started to feel this fear go through my body, and I just thought it's okay. I just sat there and felt it, and then I sort of practically thought I might have to go to the hospital. And I was on my own with my daughter in the bed. I thought I've got to sort something out. So I called Mum. She came, stayed here so I could go. And it calmed down by the time I've been there, and they couldn't really find anything wrong. And then I kept coming across these things on the internet, these links, and someone sent me a link and then a video about like the fear and like, and basically I've heard people like Gangaji and other people say things like facing the abyss, and that sometimes you feel like you're going to die and you have to surrender. And I'm thinking, oh God, was that my opportunity? Was I supposed to?
You missed it. You didn't surrender. Oh no.
I should have just laid there and said, okay, let me die. And I thought, yeah, the mind being scared, you know, like, oh, my daughter, and trying to put off facing this, whatever it was. I have no idea. And then I think, oh, I can't be asked with this anymore. Because you're so messed up. Because you're like, should I?
Yeah.
Oh, sod.
Yeah, it's awful, yeah.
And I really sort of, well, I don't even know if I want your opinion, but I just wanted to talk, and I kind of want to ask you, did you ever have physical symptoms? Am I just kidding myself and I just literally was having, I don't know, some totally physical, it wasn't anything spiritual, nothing was rising, nothing was coming to be met. I think,
Just indigestion or something.
yeah, but I still like it. I was breathless and I got pain in the chest. It's hard to breathe. And then I went to the doctor's the Monday morning. He did a check and said everything. I can't see anything. You seem fine. I feel like I've got asthma or something. You know, I don't know. I'll just leave it and just in a week, if it hasn't gone, I suppose I'll go back. But yeah, I just wondered, did you have any? You know, I'm not saying that this was something spiritual, but did you ever have kind of a feeling like you're going to die and stuff?
I don't think I did, no. I had no feelings of I'm going to die. Although I was suicidal anyway years ago, so I didn't mind death. I was like, you know, I wanted to die anyway, so it wouldn't have been a problem for me, to be honest. I was very suicidal when I was younger, so I tried to kill myself a few times. So,
I was laughing about that. Yeah, yeah.
But I don't recall any kind of feelings of I'm going to die, like you explained.
Like
But I don't
fear
recall.
coming.
I don't think so. I don't remember it if it happened anyway. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this is death. This is emptiness. This is nothingness already. what's happening is death. Right now, there's death with speaking happening. Memories of there being pain in the chest and leaving your daughter with your mum. That's happening now. It's being told now. It's a story being told in this death, in this nothingness. This is it. This is it.
Yeah. When you say it, I can just feel a complete full stop.
It's so beautiful.
Um, hmm. I have no idea. Um, oh, I really shouldn't laugh. Oh, yeah. How old are your little children now?
I have two. Joshua, it's 4. He just turned 4. He's just turned 4.
Right, 4.
And Kamala is 2.5. She'll be
Oh
3 in
wow!
June.
Because I remember first watching you, God, at least a year ago, and seeing them in the background. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so cute. Are you homeschooling them?
Well, not really schooling, but we're at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Is that
am,
your
but it's not
plan?
really. It's not as structured as schooling. It's more like just learning through life, what's happening, learning through just practical, useful things that you might need in life.
Yeah,
Practical, like
exactly.
how to budget your money, how to. Obviously, they're only young right now, but just normal, practical things.
Yeah, I was thinking, of course, they're too young for
Y-
school, but
Yeah.
I remember you saying that you'd like to. Is that your plan for when they're older? Like,
Yeah.
I'd love to do that. I can't stand the education system.
Yeah. It's very limited in everything. Really, it's very limited. It's
Unfortunately, my daughter has to kind of go at the moment, and she's picking up. Even though I try not to say too much, she obviously picks up things from me, how I feel about school and teachers.
okay.
So I think, oh, it's not good because she's got to go, but she's got this thought and say, this isn't right. I don't need this, you
Oh,
know.
yeah. How old is she?
She's just turned 9
Oh, okay.
on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my son was 4 on Monday. So,
Oh, so
January the 11th.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
It's like we just remembered. Oh yeah, yeah, we did have a birthday.
I know. It's gone already.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Thank you. It was lovely to speak to you.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. Bye for now.
Okay. Bye, Jem.
Bye.
Oh, nice. Excuse me. Okay, so if there any more questions? I'll give it 2 minutes and then I'll log off. Oh, you're welcome, Jem. Okay. Since there are no more questions, I'm gonna go and watch some TV. Just, Okay, bye everyone. I'll see you next week at the same time.